Hey everybody, I'm here today with an easy video of myself building a sandbox stand. As you can see right here, this is actually a sandbox and it's meant to be one that is elevated off of the ground. And what happened was my wife told me that someone was throwing this out and the stand that it had under it wasn't in good condition, but the actual sandbox was in great condition. Okay, so I went and I picked it up. It was, by the curb. I made sure that the owner said that it was garbage, so I could take it. They freely let me take it. And I brought it home, got rid of the old stand, and now I'm gonna make a new stand using 2x4's. Now it's actually starting to rain just a little bit, so I'm gonna try and keep this short and sweet. So let's get right into the video. Basically what I did was, I took the sandbox, I placed it on the ground, and it has these lips on the outside, so it's supposed to sort of, the stand is supposed to be under the lips, the edges of the sandbox. So I cut these pieces of 2x4 to fit it perfectly, okay? So right now, sorry, there's a couple of bees flying around me. Right now I have these pieces of 2x4, they're not secured. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start off by securing them. So I'm just gonna be using these 2.5 inch or 3 inch screws, I can't remember what they are. They're either 2.5 or 3. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to secure these pieces of wood to form a simple rectangle, making sure that I'm using 2 screws in each piece of wood, just like this. So we're going to take this, we're going to just put them through just a little bit to start it off, okay, sort of get them in place, and then we're going to drill right through to the next piece of wood, just like this. Okay, so now that they're in place, make sure I don't get any splinters. Now that they're in place, we're going to drill right through, just like that, trying to keep it as right angled as possible. Like I said, this is not something that I'm aiming for perfection with. It's just something that I want to get done so my kids can play with it. All right. Okay, that one is in. That one's in too. Very simple. Okay, 2 more screws on the other side. I think this is actually a mix of 2.5 inch and 3 inch screws, because the ones that I just put in there were 2.5 and these seem to be 3 inch, so it's all good. So I actually put these markings on the pieces of wood too, to remember which pieces of wood goes on the outside and which goes on the inside. Okay, so it's very important to make your markings so you remember exactly where everything goes. Okay, let's put this screw in. Okay, and you want to countersink your screws just a little bit. Doesn't have to be really deep, but you want to countersink them a little bit, because especially with something like this, you don't want any screws sticking out. That's not fun. Definitely not a fun situation. Any screw head sticking out. So now it looks like I have another couple of 2.5 inch ones. We're gonna go over here, making sure I'm still on camera. I am. Let's put these in right here. Okay, just like this. Just like that. And this is a perfect example of how you can take something that is a little bit old and turn it into something new. Something like one person's trash is another person's treasure. I mean, this is something that is free. I had the 2x4's lying around from a previous project in the garage. So something that I can easily do really simply. Let's just turn this so you can get a better view of what I'm doing right here. All right, just like that. And we're going to test fit it before we put the legs to elevate it off of the ground. Okay. Let's put these 2 screws in here, just like this. And you can see I'm keeping my finger here to keep it at a right angle. But like I said, if you really wanted to make it perfect, you could. But we'll see. I might end up making it a little bit better in the future, but right now I just want to get it done so it can be used. So now I have my box, as you can see right here, nice and sturdy. The previous stand was also much smaller wood. I think they had used like 1x3s at the top. Really thin, really low quality, really wobbly. I mean, there's nothing's happening to this. So what we're gonna do is take the sandbox, test fit it inside. Ooh, it's a little bit tight, but we'll see. There, look at, oh gosh, look at that. That's incredible. Okay, so now what we're gonna do next, we're actually gonna flip it over. Okay, so now we're looking at the underside of it. This is how it's gonna sit, like that. I've cut these pieces of wood to be 2 feet tall. So these are 2 feet long each. These are actually going to be the legs. So what I'm going to do is on either side, on all 4 corners right there, I'm going to put the legs like that. We're going to screw them in place, and we're going to have a working sandbox. So what I might do, because the sand inside of it is going to weigh it down and make it really heavy, is I might just add some supports to each of the legs after. But for this video, we're just going to make a basic stand, just like this. So let's get everything, let's get everything on camera over here. Now what I would like to do with each of these right now is I would like to actually do, actually do 3 screws. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove the sandbox, because as you can see right here, the sandbox is actually causing this to rise up off of the ground. And I don't want that to be the case, so we're gonna actually take the frame out of the sandbox once again, just like that. Just like that. Okay, take it out. Ooh, it's a little, I did a little too good of a job with the fitment right there. Okay, we're gonna flip the frame upside down because we wanna make sure the fitment is exactly the same as it was. And we're gonna put the 4 legs on. Now try and keep these relatively straight and relatively flat for the most part. Like I said, I'm not aiming for perfection, but I am aiming to do a good job, and stability is the goal. I don't care if it looks great, I want it to work well. So I'm going to take this right over here. We are going to put 1 screw like this. Okay, take another screw, and these are 3 inches because I really want the extra stability with this right here. Like that. And then last but not least, the 3rd screw for extra support. I'm going to pop this one in at an angle. Like that. And what that's doing is that's going through both of the pieces of wood here. As you can see, that's not going anywhere. I don't even know if I would need the supports. Now we're gonna do this side over here. Let's take a seat so my knees don't get all bruised up. Okay, over here, this leg right here. And make sure your legs are at the same orientation. So all my legs are gonna be on the outside, flat like this, not on this side over here. Keeps it nice and stable. And it looks much better than having legs misoriented. Okay, 1 screw right there. And this is a simple design that even if you're not making a sandbox stand, whatever you're making, you can use something similar to this. If you're making a stand to hold anything, you can use this same design like I did right there. Whoops. All right, try one more time. Sorry, we'll put this in at an angle like that, just like that. Like that, not going anywhere. Flip this around, just like that. We're gonna do these right here. So we'll get this one right here. Have all your tools nice and close so you don't have to get up. It helps you, most definitely. Alrighty, put this one in like this. Also, the tool that I'm using right here is called an impact driver. You can use a regular drill, you can even use a screwdriver. It'll be much harder, but you can even use a screwdriver. But an impact driver is great because it's literally designed to just drive screws in place. That's it. Like literally its only job is pretty much to drive screws in place. So it works really quickly. And basically it just allows you to work extremely quickly if your main goal is driving screws in place. Okay, put this one in at an angle like that. And you don't have to use 3-inch screws. You can use 2.5, you can use 2-inch, but I mean, you have to work with the material that you're working with. I'm using 2x4's here. So each side of the 2x4 is about 1 3/4 inches, give or take. So you got 1 3/4 inches, 1 3/4 inches. In total, that's about 3.5 inches, give or take, between both of these pieces of wood. So I know that a 3-inch screw is gonna get me far enough in there, but it's not gonna come out the other side. Very important, okay? So let's put these in, we're almost done. Now, when I was driving that screw in, it was going like in a wobbly pattern. I don't know if you noticed that. That's because the screw was warped. And I should have pulled that one out, but it's already in there. I don't want to pull it out. It's okay. But I mean, if you notice that a screw is warped, if it's wobbling as you're driving it in, you should probably choose a different screw, okay? Just a quick note. But once again, I'm not here to lie to you, talk about perfection, okay? Just get the job done. Okay? Get it done well enough, and that's it. Well enough means that it's good and you get more done, okay? If you want to do some things perfectly, go for it, but you can't do everything perfectly, so just get over it, okay? All right, last screw of the project. Just like that. So what we have here is we have our Sandbox stand. As you can see, this is sturdy. It's not going anywhere. It is relatively, you want to check to make sure that it's not going to be wobbly. As you can see, all of the legs are even. It's not wobbly. Some are on different pavers, so that might cause just a little bit of wobble in the future. But this is what it looks like. Let's just get the camera up there. As you can see, nice and simple design here in my backyard. You know, everybody's gonna have fun with it. I'm gonna be a happy camper. If people are smiling, I'm smiling. And if I'm smiling, people are smiling. So take the Sandbox, make sure it fits. If it doesn't, we can make some minor adjustments, but it should still fit. Look at this. Perfect, perfect height. Beautiful. It looks great. And that's basically it. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. It's a simple design. You can once again use this type of design to make anything. You just gotta really think about your dimensions, and you can use this type of pattern to get anything. I got a couple splinters that I got to take care of after this video. I feel them on my fingers. That's it. Wear some gloves and you'll be good to go. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.